You can use this guide to create a foreign currency wire template to send payments to a third party internationally using an SVB multi-currency account, or MCA, or an eligible in-country foreign currency account, or FCA, as the funding source. Appropriate entitlements will allow you to initiate free-form wires as well as to save them as templates at the time of the initiation. Templates are a practical choice when sending payments to the same beneficiary on a frequent basis. The information required about the beneficiary and beneficiary's bank can be entered once and then saved for future use. This saves authorized users time, as you only need to enter the wire amount and processing date with optional remittance information at the time of the wire initiation. Using templates for wire initiation not only saves time by reducing the amount of information to be entered, but reduces entry errors, thereby avoiding processing delays, as well as reducing wire fraud risks by not allowing users to alter the beneficiary bank information. For additional security precautions, your company can require that another designated user approve a new or modified template before it can be used for initiation. To create a foreign currency wire template for an MCA or FCA foreign currency account, select Manage Wire Templates from the Payments and Transfers menu. Click the tab for Create. The Create Template selection screen will appear. To make your selections, select the template type, Template for Foreign Currency Account FCA Wire. Then, from the drop-down list, select the location of your beneficiary's bank. The data entry guidelines presented on the template entry screen will be based upon the selection. Next, click Continue and the Create Template entry screen will appear. Enter your template information under Template Details. It's important to note that with the exception of transaction amount, the information entered here is unchangeable at the time of the wire initiation. First, enter a unique template code, which can be a maximum of 40 alphanumeric characters in length. You may enter an optional template name, which also must be a maximum of 40 alphanumeric characters. Be sure to assign a name that is easily recognizable by users, and please note that special characters are not allowed. Next, select the foreign currency debit account to use for funding wires initiated with this template, and then select the beneficiary account currency. Funds will be sent in the currency selected. Enter the transaction amount. This amount can be changed at the time of wire initiation, or you can leave the amount at 0 if the amount will vary with each wire. Transaction amounts can be entered in the currency of either the sending, debiting account, or the receiving, credit account, and with or without commas or a decimal. Next, indicate the party paying for the international wire fees. Then enter the beneficiary account. Please refer to foreign country rules for country-specific required information. Be sure to omit spaces and symbols when entering. Enter the beneficiary name. It must be entered in its entirety. If it's longer than 35 characters, enter the remainder in the first address line and the actual address in lines 2 and 3. Then enter beneficiary address. At least 2 address lines should be entered. Next, enter beneficiary bank details, and please note that the information entered here is unchangeable at the time of wire initiation. Enter beneficiary bank information using either of these 2 methods. You can click the Search for your beneficiary's bank link to look up and select a bank by name or routing number. Your selection from the bank search results will automatically appear. Or you can click the Enter Bank Information manually by selecting the radio button to activate the entry fields and then enter your information. Be sure to provide the correct bank name, bank city, state, and country, and the SWIFT BIC code. Please note that banks domiciled outside of the U.S. use either 8 or 11 alphanumeric characters for the bank identifier code, or BIC, for routing purposes. Next, enter the originator to beneficiary instructions. You can enter the invoice and/or other information to further identify the payment to the beneficiary. Any information entered here can be changed at the time of the wire initiation. In the bank-to-bank instructions field, enter the information required by the receiving country. Unless country-specific requirements apply, these fields should be left blank. Information entered in bank-to-bank instructions can be changed at the time of the wire initiation. Intermediary bank instructions are not mandatory, but depending on the country and/or currency, may or may not be required. Click Continue when you're finished entering your template information, and you'll be advised of any missing or invalid entries. After the entries are validated, the verification screen will appear. To verify requirements, check with your beneficiary. Next, verify and submit your template information and review the information for accuracy. If changes are needed, click Change to return to the wire entry screen. When you're ready to submit the template, click Send to Approver, which is the button that will appear if this template requires approval before being used for wire initiation. Or click Submit, which is the button that will appear if this template will be immediately available for wire initiation use. The confirmation screen will appear, and this button will be Submit if no approvals are required. Once you receive confirmation of your template creation, you may then review your confirmation. You may also click the printer icon at either top or bottom of the screen to send this confirmation page to your printer. Please note that any users authorized to approve templates must log into SVB Online Banking Approved Templates. They can be notified via email of templates pending approval if they are set up by your SVB Online Banking Administrator to receive automatic alerts. If you wish to create another template, click New Template. Otherwise, select your next service or function from the SVB Online Banking menu. If your template requires approval, you can check its approval status by selecting Manage Wire Templates, Template Inquiry from the Wires menu and performing a template inquiry and entering search criteria for this template. You can search by template code or other criteria, such as debit account, if viewing the status of multiple templates. To modify or delete your template in the future, you can perform a template inquiry to access your template for subsequent changes. Search for the template code using the Search for Templates drop-down list. Select the template from the results page and then click either Modify or Delete. It's important to note that modified templates are subject to the same approval requirements as established by your company.